And the kids are so cute, too. My goodness. Well, new data shows that Raleigh is one of the cities in the U.S. with the most remote workers. An American Community Survey shows the top 5 cities with the largest amount of people working from home are all tech hubs. They include Raleigh, Boulder, Austin, San Francisco, and Seattle. Census data also shows that the share of people who work remotely has tripled both nationwide and in Raleigh since before the pandemic.
If you're planning some outdoor activities this weekend, maybe you want to check out a national park. Put that on your list. The National Park Service is waiving all its entry fees on Saturday for what it calls National Public Lands Day. There are more than 400 national parks across the country, and many charge admission. In North Carolina, Wright Brothers National Monument is the only national park with an entrance fee, so you can get in for free now. Be sure to watch our Tar Heel Traveler special tonight, 7:30. Scott Mason and Sean Braswell take us up and down the coast, featuring our state's many lighthouses. They tell the fascinating stories of the structures that have dotted our coast for centuries.
A 4-year-old's desire to model in a Fayetteville church fashion show landed her a spot on an even bigger stage. Look how cute she is. Aubrey Hill is a preschooler at Lake Rim Elementary in Fayetteville. She was one of the youngest models to walk the runway during New York Fashion Week this month. She's shy in person, but once she's on the stage, forget about it. She's fierce. She's fabulous. Look at her. Aubrey is looking forward to her next big modeling engagement. She's a pro.
Oh, phenomenal. Before we head to break, here are your winning lottery numbers, and we'll get another check on weather and traffic next.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
8:56 is the time on our Wednesday. I'm Jeff Hogan, and this is your starting point for your Wednesday. pretty good out there. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRO Severe Weather Center right now.
Really comfortable out there right now. We take a live look at Fayetteville, and skies are clear. There's a little bit of cloud cover out this morning, but those clouds are dissipating rapidly. 70 degrees right now in the Triangle, but our dew point's still in the 50s, and it should stay that way all day, making it feel very comfortable, even though it'll be a warm afternoon for us. 62 in Fayetteville, 62 Rocky Mount, still 59 in Roxborough. We're in the mid-70s at lunchtime. We'll climb to 84 this afternoon. Brett?
Thanks, Elizabeth. Let's take a look at traffic, wrapping things up here on this Wednesday, and things are starting to improve out there on the roadway. Some of our major slowdowns have started to ease up. We have our map here showing a 9-minute delay if you're using the northern side of 440 westbound from I-87 trying to get over to Wade Avenue. It's about an 8-minute delay, but our live camera there showing some pretty good improvements. Over in the Durham area, it is an 11-minute delay, though, if you're taking 40 and from 40 to the Durham area on 885, Jeff.
From melatonin facts to screen time impacts. Coming up at 9 on Fox 50, discover better sleeping habits for kids and teens. That's at 9 o'clock on Fox 50.
Complicated. You're going to need every advantage you can get.
I knew I only had one opportunity to get this right.
That's why I called a workers' compensation specialist.
With a knowledgeable law firm on your side,
Workers' compensation doesn't have to be complicated.
Get the James Scott Farron advantage. Call the law offices of James Scott Farron on the Hurt Line right now.
Senior living designed for your lifestyle. That's what you'll find at Atria and Cary.
We have so many wonderful amenities, from a wine bar to a pool to the restaurant, the bistro, fitness center. We're right off the Greenway walking trail, so it's a really great opportunity to stay active.
I was very surprised that I was able to call Atria my home right away, and it's so easy to make friends here. And the staff is wonderful.
Learn more about Atria Cary by visiting the website atriacary.com.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Let's play snake oil.
Wednesday, September 27th. Crazy products.
The casket that you can build yourself.
Taxidermied line of luggage.
Can you figure out which is real and which is fake?
It is a suitcase with a head on it. That might be awkward enough that it might be real.
I know. Will you get fooled?
Live from WRAL News headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
An off-duty Dunn police officer was shot at this gas station in Fayetteville last night. I'll tell you his condition this morning and what led up to that shooting.
And from guns being found on campus to school threats, today Wake school leaders will come together to discuss ways to take action to keep all our children safe.
And a low pressure system likely develops off the southeast coast and will impact North Carolina this weekend. I'll show you when our rain chances will pick up coming up. And holiday lights, food, and fun are coming to the Durham Bulls Athletic Park. We'll preview Wool-E's Winter Wonderland holiday experience. Yep, we're talking about it. Summer's come and gone. It's out of here. It's in the rearview mirror now.
96 days to Christmas.
No, I can't believe it. All right, we'll talk about that coming up. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle McConaughey.
I'm Ken Smith, and it feels like the holidays with the weather outside.
It's nice out there.
It feels great. Let's get right to Amy Wilman in the WRAL Severe Weather Center tracking this beautiful day for us.
Another nice day. Yesterday was gorgeous. We're off to a beautiful start again this morning. A live look at Angier. You can see the blue sky overhead. Feels very comfortable outside. Temperatures are warming up though. We're at 70 degrees now in the Triangle, still in the upper 50s in Roxborough, upper 60s in Fayetteville, 68 degrees there, 66 in Goldsboro. A beautiful day to get out to the park, get outside, do something outdoors. Very similar to yesterday. We'll have a few more clouds around today. Our high temperature gets up to 84 and then we're back down into the upper 70s
by 6 o'clock this evening. So today is great. Temperatures close to normal in the 80s. It's quiet. This weekend, though, it's going to be wet, windy, and cooler with high temperatures in the 70s. We're going to watch for the potential for a low pressure system to develop off the southeastern coast. It looks like it's going to bring us wind starting on Friday, breezy conditions through Saturday. It also brings us rain, a 40 to 50% chance of rain Friday. The best chance will be Friday night and through the day on Saturday. I'll walk you through this hour by hour with Futurecast coming up.
Amy, thanks. We're following breaking news this 9 o'clock hour here on Fox 50. An off-duty Dunn police officer and one other person was shot overnight in Cumberland County. We do know that officer survived that shooting. Let's get right to WR's Laura Levine on that scene with what she's been able to find out. Laura, good morning.
Ken, good morning. Yes, and as we're beginning to spread news about what exactly happened here, someone is telling me that they actually heard the shots last night and saw about 20 cops flying down this road here. This is on Ramsey Street behind me. You can see the Exxon is business as usual, people pumping gas and walking inside the store. But if you look closely at the front of the store, you can see the two boarded up windows with about 7 gunshot holes through those windows. We have a closer look at that. We do know, according to Dunn's police chief, that police officer, he witnessed a crime here that happened around 10 o'clock last night and tried to intervene. And then that's when that officer was shot. Another person was also shot during this altercation. We do know the officer has been treated and released. Dunn's police chief telling us that he is doing well this morning. And as far as this morning, what we're trying to figure out now is exactly the condition of that other person was shot and more details about that crime that officer tried to intervene and step in and assist with. So as soon as we get more information, I'll be sure to update you. Laura Levine, WREL News, live in Fayetteville.
And breaking news in Johnston County, within the last 15 minutes, firefighters there have gotten this mobile home fire under control. Sky 5 was over the scene on Woods Crossroads Road. That's just off of State Highway 242. The fire apparently destroyed a mobile home and one other structure on the property. Johnston County firefighters have been working the scene since just after 7 o'clock this morning. We are working to find out what caused the fire and if anyone was displaced. And leaders in the Wake County Public School System will meet to talk about school violence. The board's Facilities Committee will have a closed session on the topic this afternoon. This comes just over a week after a student brought a gun to Leadmine Elementary School in Raleigh. And state lawmakers have reached a deal on the budget after removing the controversial expansion of gambling from the plan. The House and Senate plan to vote on the $30 billion budget tomorrow and Friday.
Durham City Councilwoman Monique Halsey-Hyman plans to speak today about being exonerated following accusations of wrongdoing. Halsey-Hyman was accused of offering her support for a project in exchange for campaign donations, but the SBI says it found no evidence of extortion or bribery. Also, the Durham District Attorney says there's no probable cause to pursue charges against her. Halsey-Hyman plans to speak at noon today at Durham City Hall. Wake County parents are getting their first look at a plan that would move some students to new schools and onto different calendars. Wake County school systems are unveiling its student reassignment plan for the 2024-25 school year. It aims to address issues including overcrowding in schools and problems with bus routes. It would shuffle students in and out of about 21 schools. Some of those kids who have been on traditional calendars could end up at year-round schools and vice versa. School leaders say affected families can apply to keep their kids in their current schools but with no bus service.
If they qualify for the stability rules, we're able to accommodate those requests. Other families would have to go through the transfer process. And so during that process, they would be able to give a detailed reason for why they want that transfer.
Well, the school system launched a portal for families to see just how this proposal works and how it will directly impact their children. School leaders want to collect feedback before final vote in November. You can find a full list of the affected schools on WREL.com.
Today, the Fed will wrap up its benchmark meeting that will give us all a better idea of how the U.S. economy is doing. They're planning to release new projections that will likely show a stronger economic growth. It's also expected to show slightly lower unemployment rates this year. Interest rates are expected to hold steady, at least for now. However, the Fed is likely to weigh another rate hike for later this year as we continue to battle inflation. A big economic wild card is rising gas prices that we've noticed over recent weeks. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will be on Capitol Hill today. That's where you're looking live. He'll meet with senators about his need for support in the fight against Russia. He and President Biden both spoke at the United National General Assembly yesterday. In historic remarks to the assembly, Zelensky pleaded for more backing from around the world.
We have a real chance to end the aggression on the terms of the nation which was attacked.
If you allow Ukraine to be carved up, is the independence of any nation secure?
Support for the Ukrainian cause is beginning to wane among Republican lawmakers over the Biden administration's calls for billions in more aid.
Well, coming up now at 9:07, Raleigh's Christmas parade is less than 2 months away, and changes to the plan are still being worked out. Up next, city business owners are sharing their thoughts about new safety precautions being proposed.
Plus, as prices continue rising on so many things, one of the biggest impacts is on the wedding industry. Find out what brides and grooms are dealing with this fall. That's coming up, Amy.
A low pressure system will likely develop through the day on Thursday off the southeast coast. It brings us rain over the weekend. I'll show you how much rain we could get coming up.
Mike isn't open yet. Scott, good morning. It's Ken in the newsroom.
Ken, how are you, sir?
I am great. Listen, it meant so much to me that you helped us out the last time we came to that game because Mom and Dad couldn't make that walk.
Not a problem. That's what we're here for. Glad to take care.
You're the best. So before we talk about the event, I got to ask you about what it takes to put this thing on, the work that goes into putting it on, and all that good stuff. And then we'll talk about what fun things that people can expect.
Awesome. Yeah, we actually started putting together October 16th. So
Woohoo!
it's kind of crazy.
Let the work begin. All right, my friend, we'll talk in a couple minutes.
Where am I going? Welcome back. You're looking live at a beautiful sunny Clinton this morning. You're watching WRAL News, available on YouTube TV and the WRAL app on your TV or streaming device. The organizers of Raleigh's Christmas Parade are asking the city to reconsider allowing vehicles and floats. The executive director of Shop Local Raleigh made the appeal to City Council yesterday. Last Thursday, city leaders denied the parade's permit, citing safety and legal concerns after an out-of-control pickup truck pulling a float killed an 11-year-old dancer after losing its brakes during last year's parade. One day later, on Friday, they compromised to allow the parade, but without vehicles or floats.
What we've put in place for requirements and regulations will be much more comprehensive. The safety, the level that we're presenting, we're prepared to handle that and to have safety consultants on site to do those inspections. And I think having permitted other events that don't meet those requirements, regulations, it just sets a very unfair precedent in the city.
Other requirements parade organizers are asking the city to put in place include safety inspections the day of the parade and a minimum age of 21 for drivers. The driver of that pickup truck was only 20 years old. And you'll be able to watch this year's parade live on WREL. It'll be Saturday, November 18th, starting at 9 a.m. This will be the 50th year of broadcasting the live parade on WREL.
We're sticking with the holiday theme this morning. The DBAP will transform into Woolly Bulls Winter Wonderland this holiday season. Tickets for the Triangle's newest walkthrough holiday lights event go on sale this morning about 45 minutes from now at 10 o'clock. Durham Bulls Assistant Property Manager Scott Strickland is joining us now to talk about this holiday fun fest. Scott, always great to see you, my friend. So before we get to the Winter Wonderland, let's talk about the work that goes into this. Give us an idea of what it takes to transform that baseball complex into Woolly Bulls Winter Wonderland.
Absolutely. It takes a lot, Ken. Great talking with you this morning, but Wooly Claus and his elves will start working on everything October 16th. So it actually will take us a full month to transform the playing surface, the concourse, and our other areas to get ready for Woolly Bulls Winter Wonderland. So about a month's worth of work, and it'll be fun work. It'll look great. We'll be able to track it on the webcam and images that we put out on social media. So it'll be really exciting.
Excellent. We can all watch it come together, right? So the Bulls just wrapped up their last homestand, so it's one thing to maintain facilities during the season. Winter Wonderland is a whole different ball game. What are you expecting that will keep you busy?
I think the igloos on the infield will be fun. The snow tubing ramp out in center field will probably be the best, though. As you see that graphic there, cranes and shipping containers and all sorts of crews will come in to build that marquee kind of attraction that's going to be a part of this event. Obviously, there'll be a little over 4,000 miles with the Christmas lights that will be installed as well. But the igloos on the infield, the train rides for the kids, the snow tubing in the outfield, it's got something for everyone from all ages. So it'll take a lot of work to put it together, but it'll be pretty rewarding when we open the gates on that first night on November 22nd.
So Scott, I got to ask you, when you think of putting all this together, what's keeping you up at night?
Let's see. The weather always keeps us up at night. It's just perfect weather for everybody, every single night across the board. So we'll make sure the weather department dials that in for us. But we're just excited to open the gates to another awesome event. The DBAP is a community place for everyone to come and make memories. We're probably used to making those memories during the summertime, and now we're going to jump in on the holiday season, and we're really looking forward to that.
And of course, everybody loves Woolly Bull, so it's perfect for him, isn't it?
Absolutely. Wooly will be here on select nights, so he'll be decked out in his Woolly Claus outfit. The kids will love seeing Wooly, and they'll have the train rides that they can hop on as well. Again, it's something for all ages, and I know Wooly's already excited about it. He's going to be putting in some work this off season. Normally, he's used to relaxing a little bit, recharging the batteries for our upcoming baseball season, but he'll be out here to welcome everybody.
I love it. So we mentioned tickets go on sale around 10 o'clock this morning. Where can people go to find them?
Yeah, you can go to durhambulls.com. That's your first site to go to, and that'll jump you to the webpage to purchase tickets. We're really